Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to do backlink research for SEO for a travel blog. So check this out. So I'm running a little bit of SEO research right now for our travel blog, Expats with Cats, and we just rebuilt the site, and we had every intention of running our travel blog and sharing everything that we're doing while we're traveling in Thailand. But it just kind of fell to the wayside with everything else that we were going. So we just did a complete redesign of the site, and we're looking to boost our domain authority. And if you see right now, our domain authority is an 8, which is really low. So a domain authority is between the numbers 1 and 100. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to boost our domain authority by collecting backlinks so that other domains are referring to our page. Google reads that we're, I guess, more popular and more valuable, and it brings in more traffic to our website. And the higher your domain authority, the easier it is to rank for what's called short tail keywords, or more competitive keywords that get more traffic. So the difference between short tail keyword would be, travel blog would be a short tail keyword. Whoever's going to be ranking for that, their domain authority is probably going to be really high. So 76, 67, 67, 55. If we were doing travel blogs in Thailand from US expats, that's super long tail keyword, probably gets no search volume because it is, really long, not very competitive. And we see that the domain authorities here are ranking for like 37, 50, and 51. But the important thing is that this entire keyword is not in the title, it's not in the URL or the slug, and it's not in the meta description. So it would be very easy for us to rank for this. This is the difference between doing good keyword research or, not doing any at all. But if you have a high domain authority, then it's easier to rank for more competitive keywords, which in turn brings more traffic to your site. So I just signed up for a demo for SEMrush. SEMrush is going to give me 7 days, and I want to use these 7 days to get as much backlink research as I can. And then as our domain authority begins building up and we begin making money with the website, that's when I would pull the trigger on actually subscribing. So let's see. So far I have gotten a list of all of the competitors in our space that are like popular travel blogs, and I want to go collect all of their referring domains. And by referring domains, I mean I want to know every domain that backlinks to their website. Now, the higher domain authority that the referring domain has, the more that it boosts your backlink, because it's saying that this is coming from a more trusted website. So let's start doing this. So let's say I'm going to go into domain, in the domain analytics. We're going to go in the backlinks. I'm going to type in the very first one. So nomadicmat.com has a very popular site. Now this gives me all of his total backlinks. Oh, I'm sorry. If I click backlinks, it'll give me every single backlink, the anchor text, and everything like that. So I don't necessarily want every single one of his backlinks because he's a very popular site, and I'm seeing that, this youngadventures.com, view from the viewing, he has a ton of different backlinks from those domains. I'm not looking to get, I don't necessarily want to see, all 291,000 of his backlinks. I want to see his referring domains so that I know who to go after to try to either get a guest blog post or a guest interview or create an infographic or something that will allow them to backlink to me, somewhere where I can take advantage of an opportunity to network. Because backlink building is just networking. So let's see, he has a lot of backlinks. So we're going to go to referring domains. And then we're going to click export and do a CSV file. So I'm going to go through each one of these, and then I'm going to put it in this. I created a whole separate backlink strategy where I'm then going to collect the contact name, contact email, and then whether or not I contacted them. And one of the ways that you can find somebody's contact email is, let's take one of these backlinks that we're going to get, one of these referring domains. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so I would like to know the difference between the authority score as a compound metric Page score, domain score, trust score. Okay, so we want the authority score. Okay, so that's this. So I'm going to move this over here. Because what I want is I want the domain score and I want the domain. Yeah, so I want the domain like authority and then I want the domain. So this is going to give me all of his. And then the other thing that I think that I want is I only want to go after US backlinks for now. Eventually we'll go after more, but I don't want to go after backlinks for countries in other languages. So I'm going to go for US. Okay, so up here. Scroll all the way up there. Up, and then I want to do. Okay, domain score. Jeez. Okay, that stinks. Actually, you know what? There's an easier way to do this. All right, so we want to do the referring domains. Again, I want to do advanced filters. I only want to do the United States. Okay, so I'll apply the filters. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to export a CSV file, and then we're going to open it. Okay, and that's loading and opening. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we have the domain authority score. Delete these selected columns. Okay, so we just want the domain authority and the backlinks. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this. I'm going to paste it. And that's going to paste all of that in there. Now, he's got a very popular site, so it's taking a lot of time because it's giving me a lot of data. Okay. So we got all of his. So that's good. And we got, wow, over 3,000 from that, which obviously is a lot. That would be a lot of work for us to do. But let's check this out. So I want to show you one other cool thing is there is a tool called, where is it? Hunter. Okay, Hunter.io. So if I wanted to try to get a, backlink on this, well, what I could do is I can go look all around this site, see where my contact information is, or Hunter.io allows you to see all the different emails that you can email. So host and new media crews. So host has 20 sources on the website. So this I can pretty much guarantee is a good email for me to contact. Now, Hunter also has a paid version where you could take all of these domains, I mean all of them, in a CSV file, and then it'll export all of the contact information for that website. It'll send you, who the best contact is, how to get a hold of them, and things like that. So that becomes really cool because then you can use, an email like, a mass emailer where you can take all of those emails and email all of these websites at once to try to, pitch to them, maybe your bio to try to get some backlinks or become like a contributor or something like that. So in short, you could probably email something like, tens of thousands of different blogs, just inquire, hey, I would like to write a, blog post for you, have a guest post or a backlink or, however you want to handle the networking aspect of it. And you can save yourself a lot of time. So now let's do this one. So this is Two Wandering Souls. Let's get there. Oh, how clever. All right. So now we got their referring domains. And again, I'm only worried about the US for now. mean, I could probably create like a filter rule to just, uh, you know, exclude non-English speaking countries because it's still okay to get, domain backlinks from other countries. It's not a bad thing by any means, but with all the data that we have. All right, so domain A score. Okay, so we see that they don't have as many backlinks. So his is the most popular travel blog website. So this is good because 152 is a lot more manageable. So let's see, so 152. And actually, I'm going to, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give him his very own just because of how many he had. Because he probably has a lot of referring domains of things that maybe necessarily aren't travel related just because of how popular his site is. So I would like to go for maybe a little bit more of people who are within the reach right now. And you know what? This is going to be easier to just do it like this. Okay. All right. So we have theirs. Okay. So moving on. And we're just going to get ThaiTravelBlogs.com. We're just plugging it in, getting the referring domains. Advanced filters. I wonder what zone is. Okay, no, I don't care about that. Country. Apply filters. Export CSV. And as that goes, we'll move on to the next one. Search. Referring domains. Advanced filters include country. Apply filters. CSV. Okay, in the meantime, we'll open this Thai travel blog one. This one's there. I want to move the domain authority score over here because I'm just looking for the authority score and their referring domains. Okay, what's this? We'll do the blonde abroads next. Come here, domain authority score. Same thing. Now, as far as I said about, mass mailing people and stuff like that, that's going to be really good when your blog is very, very popular, because you're gonna have more weight to throw around to try to, go after bulk at once. But when you're just starting out, again, it is relationship building. I think it's more important to figure out the ones that are going to be valuable for you and to really focus on trying to build a relationship with like those first 100 people that you think would be easier to go after, that would really help what you're looking to do. So let's do Thailand next. And you see that, I've probably been in this video 15-20 minutes, and the amount of information that I've gotten from this software as opposed to when I'm doing it manually, going and Google, looking up competitors, trying to figure out where all their things are, using some of the free tools. It takes so much longer. It's nice to be able to use something like this where I can just run this really quickly. And like I said, this is going to give me enough backlink referral information to go off of for months. I could try to write a guest blog post or collect a backlink from all of these every single day and pretty much not run out of the information. So, all right, so we have this. Alex in Wonderland. Oh. Referring domains. There we go. Wait, is it Wonderland? Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay. And export CSV. So I'm just doing the same exact thing, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to move on and do what I would normally do next for this. All right, so we're going to move this one over. These domains, these authority scores. Go over here. All right, so we have only done up to here. So I'm going to mark this color because I'm going to come back to this in a little bit. I'm going to make this green because I know that this is where I have to go from again from here, because I'm going to get all of these and get it on one thing while I'm running this demo. But let's move on to what I would do the next thing. So what I would do is I would select all of these. Okay, and I come here and I would sort the range by B and Z to A. I think I want the higher numbers first. So there we go. Now I'm able to see all of these, domain backlinks that they got. And I can see like this Johnny Jet. So let's click here. Okay, I can open this. This is my Moz Pro Explorer bar. This tells me the domain authority of the website on the bottom. It's just a Google Chrome extension. If it ever comes up. Let's enter again. There we go. Okay, so they're saying it's a domain authority is 60, Moz is, and they're saying close enough, 61. So that's good. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm getting accurate information, which I figured I was. Okay, so wonderful. So now I want to know how to get on this site. So is there contact? Is there contact? Who knows? Let's check this Hunter IO. Okay, we got a manager, feedback, and okay, Johnny. So I might even put both. I might email both people if I'm looking to. Now, one of the things that I would like, I feel like I would like more information. Let's see. Let's look at one of these again. Just gives me my referring domain. It also tells me how many backlinks they have. But I feel like I would like to know who it is. So now that I'm thinking when I do this, all right, let me backtrack here. So I'm thinking as I'm doing this, I should be saying, okay, this is the crazy tourist. This is whatever. This is two wandering souls. Because I'd like to be able to identify, it's not enough to just know where they got the backlink. I mean, sometimes it is, but I want to identify how they got it, what piece of content they wrote, what did they do, what did they go through to get the backlink? Is it just as simple as, hey, I backlinked to your blog post. I read it. I thought it was really good, so I put it in mine. If you could do the same, I'd appreciate it. Something like that. That's obviously the least amount of work necessary to try to get a backlink. But for these higher domain authority backlinks, you're going to want to work a little harder than that. You're going to want to give them an infographic or a good video that they could embed in their blog post that goes along with it, or something like creating a guest blog post, being a contributor, stuff like that. But the way that I would do this, let's say that I had all that information, that site name. What I would do is, well, let's go up here. I'm going to create a new column, and I'm going to say idea. Oh, geez. All right, so that's going to be my content idea. So first thing that I would want to do is, again, I would want to reorganize. Oops. I'd want to reorganize this all by the highest domain authorities first, because they're the ones who are going to have more of an effect on me. Now, this isn't to say to only go after high domain authorities. It's going to be very hard to get one from Huffington Post, so you have to kind of manage your expectations correctly too. So yeah, I'm going to go for middle ground really quick. Okay, AnnaEverywhere.com. Okay, she has a site. She's domain authority 43. She's been seen in all of these, so that's pretty cool. That gives me a nice little... That's one thing that I'm noticing, is that a lot of these travel bloggers get into all of these different, Daily Telegraph, National Geographic, CNN, Huffington Post. Every time they're creating either a backlink or they're becoming a contributor. And one other thing too is in this niche specifically, these contributors typically get paid. So like if you write for Forbes, it's not just a free guest blog post. Like if I was writing out, if I reach out to this woman's site, Anna Everywhere, and I say, hey, I want to write a guest blog post for you, chances are she's not looking to pay me. It's just an exchange for a backlink and that kind of thing. But if you write for Huffington Post or CNN or Forbes or something like that, you do get paid for your contribution 9 times out of 10. So that's pretty good. But let's see if she has any guest posts. How to start travel blog in 2018. Okay, she's got an Instagram. Cool. So yeah, so I might want to contact her and try to get either just a natural backlink, which is the easy way, again, of just saying, hey, I'd like to get your backlink, or I backlink to you, would you backlink to me, kind of thing. Let's see if we can get anything like for real content information. I'm going to close this Moz bar. All right, there we go. Contact. All right, I'm just looking because the Hunter IO didn't actually give me her email. Oh, she gives her audience metrics. Wow, that's pretty smart, giving her domain authority and page authority, stuff like that. Facebook profile, Instagram, well. Here it is. Okay, so here's the email. I'm surprised that Hunter IO didn't pick that up right away. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to copy this. Okay, and put the contact. Or wait, I'm sorry. It's Anna is her name. Contacts there. Do we contact her yet? No. Oh, and let's look. What's the first thing I see? Also, do not accept random guest posts, promotional and non-promotional. All such requests will be deleted. Okay, so this one's bad. She's too big for us. So let's get rid of her. All right, so let's see this one. And then we saved. Okay, so this is all about getting out of debt. So this isn't necessarily travel related, but we could probably, let me see, the free travel now, blog courses. Another way is to get on podcasts, get some podcast interviews, because then they can backlink to you that way. And that's a nice, easy way to expand your audience. And podcasts are pretty evergreen. People that start listening to a new podcast typically go back to the beginning and start listening to all the episodes. So it's not just like a trending piece of content. So let's see, what else do we got here? All right, this one might be able to be a guest blog post of just saying, here's my story with how I saved money or something like that. All right, hello, and then we say, let's take a look. So you can see this gives us 17 sources for this email. Oh, and I didn't copy it. Hit that again. Copy, there we go. Okay, so what's there? So content idea would be guest post or link to fear setting technique with budget. So I know that I already have a piece of content created that I think would be a good backlink within her site, or something that I can go in and do that way. So that's good, because now I have her content and I have an idea to base it off of, and I get to reach out to her. In the beginning, I'll probably actually create the full piece of impressive content and say, hey, I really think this would be great for you. Like, let me know if you're interested, something like that. Or I would try to probably get a little bit of curiosity. I had this idea for something that I started writing that I think would be great for your site. And, let me know, here's like the overall premise. Let me know if it's something you'd be interested in. And I look forward to hearing from you, something like that. It's good to have a little bit of curiosity and give them like a nice CTA to actually reach out to you, because it makes people more inclined to write you back, as opposed to if you just sent the post and said, hey, here, post this. They probably won't interact with it as much. So there's this one, Pell Fusion. Okay, and I can see this is an older site. And I'm just going to delete it. All right, travel map. Okay, so this looks like, this is like a whole community. So it's almost like a social media place. So I'm assuming that the way to get the backlink here is probably just sign up for it and post it. So it's nice, because when you get like, if you can find actual, what's called the difference between a do follow and no follow link. No follow links means that Google doesn't even grade it. It doesn't even include anything in your ranking. But when you are lucky and you find forums that where the links are what's called do follow links, then that's really cool when you stumble across that, because that means that you can get the backlink really easily, and that'll help give you a nice little quick boost. Let's see. So let's keep scrolling down and try to go after one that seems a little bit. Okay, here's one, Thrifty Nomads. Okay, cool. And let's see, how often are they posting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in May. So I'm just going to call that the average and say about 6 posts a month. So that's good. They're pretty active with it. That's interesting. Jobs. Okay, so these people are pretty. Oh, thanks for your. Okay, so they have writing jobs. We look for rate of pay. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So they actually pay writers. So that's really good. All right. So that's somebody that I want to go after. Let's get their names, so I'm not just reaching out. What's their names again? Jen and Ted. So Jen and Ted. And paying for contributor writing. Now let's make sure that you actually get credit. It's not just ghost. I mean, even if it is, as long as they give you the backlink, we don't care. So I deal with not essential. Minimum 2 samples. Only successful applicants will be contacted. Okay, so that's a tough one, because they say only successful applicants will be contacted. Thank you. So I would open my email with some kind of accolade, like I have an Amazon best-selling book, and maybe even go take a course on copywriting, so I could say I have some kind of certification, something along that. So looking for experience, and they pay. Okay, so this row right here, I'm going to color this green, because I know this is a good one that I really want to go after. All right. So let's just continue looking. And this is it. It just takes research and time. You can hire a VA to do this too. And that's where you can kind of come up with a really cool system, because you can get this whole list of backlinks from, SEMrush, find a good competent VA for around $5, $6 an hour. Tell them that you don't want them spending more than 2 minutes per domain, and have them click each one, figure out where the backlink came from, who the contact, and then the email. And then when they hand it back to you, that's when you have all of these lists of emails that you can kind of go after and try to get the different, the different work from. So that's pretty cool. And I'm just gonna scan this more and more. Here we go. This one's perfect for us. Chiang Mai City Life. That's the city that we live in. Latest news. Okay, so 2018. So this one we might be able to do like a review on a restaurant, something like that. Let's get the contact info. Editor. Sales manager, CC info. It always is better to go into contact us because they're probably going to tell you where to. So let's see, City Life Editor, sales, production. So I'd try info and then they would maybe let me know who to reach out to if I needed to. Info, and then boom. Review, or, I'd even say like video interview with a restaurant owner. And then I would look for /hotel. So something where there could potentially be extra opportunity in there too. Let's see, livelessordinary.com. Bangkok lifestyle. Okay, so that one's good. I know I could do that. Contact, email us. Website stats. I'm curious what that means if they're going to give their traffic. Okay, so yeah, they're giving us their traffic. So that's pretty cool. I have different ebooks. Okay, cool. So Live Less Ordinary. Oh, no email address is found. Okay, so here we go. Contact, email us. Travel advertising. 20,000 page rank 3. Unique. Okay, so we can contact them here. All right. What was their name again? So that's the other thing. I want to make sure that I address them properly too. They have some border crossings. Actually, I'm going to open that. I would like to read that later. All right. Oh, I'd like to read that too. The answer is none, by the way, right here. All right, so cool. Best coffee shop, Chiang Mai. Okay, so they got a lot of stuff. I'm not seeing their names anywhere, so whatever. Info. Okay, Chiang Mai. Okay, backlinks. So we might even just be able to backlink on one of their articles or whatever, one of theirs, and kind of go from there and just say, hey, we backlink to you. We're in a similar space, something like that. All right, cool. So yeah, so that's pretty much how I do my, competitor analysis and my backlink to try to start building a backlink profile. Again, this is a brand new travel site. This is something that I'm kind of doing and trying to learn off of at the same time. It's almost serving as between this and digital recording school is something to kind of learn out of and learn how to do all this stuff and put it into practice and things like that. I could tell you that these are the kinds of things that I'm absolutely not going to be spending too much time on because it's something I don't mind doing in the beginning, but I know that I'm better suited just creating content. I'd rather just be creating content, finding a way to be valuable and stuff like that. This is exactly the kind of thing that when these websites are making, the right amount of money or I have the budget, these are the things that I would be hiring, VAs to do and things like that. And then overseeing. This is also exactly the kind of service that, you do things like this combined with keyword research and, optimizing websites. You can charge, $2,000 to $3,000 a month for the right client for doing this kind of work. So there's opportunity here too if say you wanted to get into this kind of space and start doing this kind of marketing for people. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave a comment below.